Arteta out. That is my feeling after the United game. After another loss, after another defeat in a cup, which gets us kicked out of the cup. I mean, that's in the span of 1 week, we've been knocked out of both cup competitions. Obviously, the game against United and the game against Newcastle. We never looked like scoring against United, even when they went down to 10 men. And we had over an hour to get a second goal. We never looked like we were truly threatening them. We had a few chances where there was some atrocious misses, particularly from Kai Havertz. There was a 2-yard screamer that he missed, which is unlike him really, because he thrives on those ones. But again, a similar kind of thing happened against Newcastle. He missed another great opportunity there. It seems as though Arteta is playing this boring, slow, slothful, extremely overly patient style of football that nobody is enjoying. It's not entertaining to watch, and it's not even working. Fair enough if we are winning games and, we're getting results and we're winning trophies with the boring style of football, but we're playing a boring style of football and we're not winning, and that's the problem. I think there's a naivety and stubbornness, not only on the pitch, but also in the transfer market. Again, another January window where there's links and there's whispers, but there's nothing concrete. It seems like we're not really looking at anyone. And in a time now where we're struggling in the cup competitions, where we've been struggling a little bit in the league, where we wobbled a little bit, and we're looking okay in the Champions League, but a lot can change in that front. We've not even got to the knockout stages yet, so we can't really comment on that. But we're now at the point where injuries are severely affecting us. Obviously, with Saka, it's a massive miss. We're already short up front, so the fact that Jesus is now injured, Sterling's only just coming back from an injury, but he supposedly has a chronic knee injury, so, make what you will with that. Martinelli's been poor, Havertz has been poor, Trossard, he's looking like Drossard again, not up to his usual standard. I mean, there's been a lot of discussion about Kai Havertz, and for the most part I agree. He has been absolutely dreadful these past couple of games. He's not a striker, he's not an attacking midfielder, so what is he? He's a failed signing. 65 million down the drain, Kai Havertz misses again. It's a disgrace. I don't necessarily like putting labels on things, and I think the Arteta out movement has been stupid for a long time, especially a few years ago. But I think we're now at the point where it's reasonable, and it's scary that it's reasonable, because he's not won anything with the amount of money that he's spent. Yes, we are a lot better than we were a few years ago, but of course we are going to be. He's got his players, and we're still not winning anything. That's the problem. There is no evidence to suggest that Arteta can win a league title. None whatsoever, because he's not done it before. And he's had 5 years. 5 years with one COVID FA Cup that he won with Unai Emery's squad. It's deplorable that there's certain fans in this fan base that think it's acceptable. It's like this strange, bizarre little Arteta cult. And, they revere him like he's a god and that he can't do anything wrong. He is naive and he is stubborn. And it's that stubborn tactics on the pitch where, you look at Kai Havertz, at the start of the last season, when the first half of that season, he was really poor, but he was still playing. All right, we're seeing it again. He's stubborn with what he plays. Yeah, I understand how he wants to back a player, and that's perfectly fine. However, if it's coming at the detriment of the squad and on the footballing performance, I can't support that. I really can't. It is abundantly clear that we need a striker. And again, it seems like we're not getting one. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. But again, there's no concrete rumours or anything. You look at players like Victor Gyökeres, we should be all over that. We need depth in attack. He said in January 2024 that we were one of the thinnest squads in the league. He's repeated that phrase again, and he said it this January. You've had a year, you've had 3 windows since then. You cannot be the thinnest squad in the league and then complain about being the thinnest squad in the league when there has been time. Look at that summer transfer window. That was so poor. Really, really poor. You know, as much as I like Ricardo Calafiore, he is made of glass. All right. What is the point signing a player that isn't playing? Look at Mikel Merino. Yeah, it's not really been a long enough period to properly judge him, but he's made no impacts at all. You know, he's supposedly a dual winning machine, but we don't need that. That's not what we need in midfield. And then who else did we sign? Sterling on loan, again, chronic knee injury. You know, definitely past his best. And then Neto, useless. Not even being played, so irrelevant. So yeah, I'm now at the point now where it's time he goes.